Hello and welcome. Welcome.
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know. It's Pathenders podcast, y'all.
Yeah, it is.
You just wanted to be dramatic.
Mm, we are slightly less enthusiastic 'cause it's not 69 anymore, but
Yeah, we passed the haha funny sex number. That means the next number we have to look forward to is the he who he ho ho he ha funny weed number.
yeah. I have no idea if we'll make it that far because, I mean, we're halfway through book 2 at 70. I don't think we have another. I mean, like I said before, this campaign is over, not like.
Oh,
ever.
true. Yeah.
There's only one way to find out.
And that
Yeah.
is-
To keep going until we get there.
Keep going
Yes.
until we hit the end of our awesomeness. Anyways, switching over. Ba-doop. Now it's map time.
Map.
I'm the map. I'm the map.
Thank you.
I'm the map.
I'm the map.
I'm the
I'm
map.
the map. I love that you knew what I was trying to do,
We all knew.
but my brain couldn't get past anything but the word map. I'm like, help.
Hola, soy Dora.
Oh God.
Can
Help.
you find the map?
Help.
Anyway,
I never liked Dora. Anyway,
I'm gonna do the thing now so we can.
get away from this.
Yeah. So Gallus the Witch
Forget
Doctor.
about the Dora.
Gallus.
Are
the
you
Witch
recording?
Doctor. I am recording.
Me.
Oh,
Let me
that's loud.
figure out why my recording
Uh-oh.
isn't picking up when I'm recording. Give me a second.
Yes, that is a good
Okay.
thing to figure
Probably
out
need to
first.
switch audio settings with your new mic on Audacity.
Well,
Yeah.
that would be it,
Audacity.
I'm sure.
It has the audacity to not automatically
Okay.
switch over by
He-
itself already.
Harry Potter and the audacity of this bitch.
Connect to computer.
I need that as a sticker to hand to people.
Sound.
I mean, we can not use the brand that pays the bigot and say the Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this bitch.
Oh, that's
Rude.
good. I like
actually
that.
like that one better.
Ooh, that's not good.
The Lion, the Witch, and the
Gotta get back to
audacity of this
headphones.
Audacity
bitch.
of this bitch.
Sound input.
Damn, James.
I mean, I didn't make that up. I just remembered that
What are you
from.
talking about? Yeah, you did.
Don't say that on part. Smack you in the back of your head.
Ow.
Doofus.
Whack.
Did you fix the problem, Jess? Hey, guys.
We're gonna check. Test.
Hey, y'all.
Test. I think.
Yep.
I think it is. It's not picking up on the. Because usually, so I don't have Audacity, but I'm using Better Audio Editor, and it looks like it's kind of picking up. I don't know.
What you can do is
Let me-
just end this recording right now and listen back to it and see if it picked you up. That's usually what I just do.
Okay. Let me do that.
So,
You won't know until you listen.
Hey, y'all. I beat Baldur's Gate like an hour ago. Baldur's Gate 3. Hey, that's a good game. I want to play it again.
Help.
I got like 160 hours by the time I hit credits.
Those are rookie numbers. Gotta pump those numbers.
Yeah.
Well,
Hold on,
that's just in that playthrough.
True.
Let me look up my. I just looked at my total playtime in Destiny, and I'm sad now.
Oh,
What is it?
7,000.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, okay.
I play too much Destiny.
That's not what? What are you talking about? No, you don't play enough Destiny, James. What are you
mean-
talking about?
I mean, my numbers in Final Fantasy is over 2,500.
So yeah. Maybe one day I'll have a game that I can put that many hours into. Actually, I need to check how many hours I have in Breath of the Wild.
So, if I were to review the game, Asterion Sexy.
Yeah.
Why am I blanking on names? Holy fuck. Karlak, Sexy.
Parlak, sexy, love her, wife,
Shadowheart, Sexy. Will, Sexy.
traumatized. Yes.
Gale, Sexy.
Yes.
Halson,
sexy.
Halson, Sexy.
Lizelle, sexy, but still kind of rude.
Lae'zel, Sexy. But, like, kind of in that, like, hot dominatrix kind of way.
Like, you would ask her to step on you, and she'd do it and enjoy it, but not for the same reasons you asked her to step on you.
Minsk, Boo does not consent. Jaheira, hot, sexy, also MILF.
Yes.
Anyone else I'm forgetting?
The Emperor.
Emperor. Well,
you're into it,
that's spoilers.
Sexy.
Well, that's spoilers.
Trying to think of what else.
You know what's unsexy is that it only lets you get to level 12.
You know, it's fine.
James won't
bothers
let
me.
us live it
It
down.
bothers me so much. Like, a video game is the one time that you know scheduling conflicts aren't going to kill your campaign.
But you know, Baldur's Gate 1 only went up to level 8. Baldur's Gate 2 went up to level 16.
Yeah,
Why
so 3
they go
should go
down?
to 20.
Yeah,
But
why did it go down?
It's because it's not the same character. Baldur's
Well,
Gate
yeah.
1 and
So?
2 has the same character, and that's why. Because if you imported a save from Baldur's Gate 1 into Baldur's Gate 2, you start at level 9. And that was in fucking 2001. So that was fucking awesome.
Okay,
Yeah, that was.
But the point still stands.
Because late game 5th edition is the least optimized balanced thing in existence.
Yeah, which brings me to my other point of I tried 5e. I really did, and I just can't.
That is the
5e
one thing
5e
about
is fine
my,
if you want to be brainless and like put together an easy build and have a good time.
That is the only thing about my Thursday game, is that it is 5e. It is gonna transformer transition.
Transform.
There we go. Over to
So with this,
Pathfinder
you
2e
can hear me right?
eventually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because so what's happening is I'm going in and I'm changing the microphone and setting it to default, and then it's when I go to like the recording app, it's only picking up like the very first test. Like I'll do test 1 2, and it's only catching like the really faint. So I'm trying to figure out why it's not.
You may want to go into your audio equipment and adjust your input sensitivity for the program.
Okay.
And that can just be under settings when you
Okay.
look at the program. Oh, thanks for telling me, my Switch, that I have over 4,000 hours or more in watching YouTube. Thank you. I know. It's far more on my phone.
I was gonna say you watch YouTube on your Switch. Cringe. No one can.
Yeah, I usually do it if I'm drawing.
Yeah, no, that is cringe. You're supposed to watch YouTube on your phone while you play your Switch.
Yeah. Or you're on
I
the
do
toilet.
also do that. The only reason I do that is because playing games on my Switch while I have old controllers is super annoying.
Oh, I finally sprung for the like not stock shape controllers, the bigger paddle ones.
Yeah.
And man, that has made a world of difference in how much I like playing my Switch.
It's just because specifically well, I have to see if my old red one will want to work correctly now. It's had like a 2-year break. But my orange one right now, when I actually connect it to my Switch, it doesn't want to react all the time. It wants to act like it's being disconnected and reconnected like every 5 minutes. So, really fun. I have 40 plus hours into Hollow Knight, which isn't surprising. I only have 195 hours into Breath of the Wild. But that also makes sense because I literally just jump on. I spend like an hour to 2 hours looking for the perfect spots to take pictures, and then I leave.
Makes sense.
No one's surprised here if I have 180 hours into fucking Animal Crossing.
Now I need to dig out my Switch and see how much time I have in Three Houses.
Animal Crossing has the most. Right after that is Pokemon Scarlet with 470 hours, and that's mostly from shiny hunting.
I didn't play
my.
much of the new Pokemon.
I blasted through that story up until the very end because I didn't really care about the other two storylines going on. I was like laser focused in on the main story with Arvin. And then I was like, well, what do I do now? And Nintendo was like, we made it easier to shiny hunt. And I'm like, you made it easier to shiny hunt in your game?
Looks at 500 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, which I like because I've never really cared that much, and making it easier has made it where it's now across the threshold where it's worth my effort to me.
That, and it's, actually slightly enjoyable to do.
Hey,
Chaining. Yay!
You got it?
Woo!
Yay!
I'm gonna record now. Yeah.
Before I do forget, I don't know if I told you guys, but I was playing Pokemon Sword a few days ago, and I jumped into a raid that wound up being a shiny Gigantamax Charizard.
Wow.
Didn't catch it, it broke out of the ball. I cried.
Wow.
That's so upsetting.
That was the first ever shiny I had ran into in Pokemon Sword, or in any Pokemon game I had ever played before Scarlet. Sword was my very first one that I was like, I'm gonna buy this game myself.
I want to say another hot take. You ready? Time for another
No.
hot takes with grapes.
Hop.
Hop is the worst Pokemon character in existence. He has brain damage.
Oops.
Hop.
He's a little
Oh.
goofy boy.
Yeah.
He's a real
And
goofy
you,
man.
you saying Sword was the first one that you bought, like, I could just feel my bones turning to dust. Like,
Sword was the first one that I bought myself. Every other game I got
Okay.
as a gift. Yeah, like
Oh,
that
I
was
see.
one that I legitimately like went out like the night it came out and bought is what I meant. Every other Pokemon game before then I got like as a gift because my parents bought us a console and they were like, "You like Pokemon?" And I was like, "Thanks."
I bought Blue.
Oh man, I wish I could have bought Blue.
I got Blue as a Christmas gift because I was like 7.
I wish I could have had that experience. Now you can feel your bones cracking.
Yep.
Get that ibuprofen.
Yep. All right. Are we set now? Can we?
Are we
Good.
Oh,
Good.
All right.
Jess, you're very quiet.
Am I quiet now?
You gotta make sure you're talking
you're good
right
now.
into your
Is this
mic.
better?
Just like right
That's-
into our ear
Like
holes,
right,
Jess.
like this.
Yes,
This
perfect.
is fine. I'm like kissing like the styrofoam right now.
Like, no joke,
it-
you need to be, like, with those mics, you need to be, like, right up in there. Like,
Get
They're-
really, really close and speak
real
softly,
close to the mic.
like you're
You
doing an
guys-
ASMR.
Yeah,
Hey,
you guys
guys.
ready? Are you guys
Yeah.
ready for some
Hey,
TTRPG
I'm
ASMR?
gonna open up the soda.
Charlie's here.
Oh yeah.
Now the secret pro tip is
Gonna-
if you are gonna get excited and yell, don't do it with the mic in your mouth.
Yeah, no.
And I'm just sitting here waiting to see the viewer count drop.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, fuck.
Hi everybody. Thanks for sticking with us while we sorted that out. We're gonna actually do the show now, if that's okay
We're
with
gonna
you.
actually do the show now.
Oh now.
We're gonna do the thing. We're all recording.
I
And-
swear.
And do the thing.
All right,
I think it's picking up
Gallus.
the fan in the other room. So
That's fine.
That's fine. It's really quiet. But Gallus, are you still recording?
I'm still recording.
Okay. I am also still recording. Jess, are you now recording?
oh yeah, we're,
Oh yeah.
we're recording. We are kissing
Okay.
the mic.
Mwah.
Oh goodness.
Oni, are you recording?
Yes. I hope
All
so,
right.
because that timer's going up and it's doing the thing where it's picking up my voice.
Then sync clap in 3, 2, 1. Our story begins, as such stories often do, with someone getting hired to find someone they already know is dead.
Don't we love doing quests out of order like we play video games? Question, do we all also play video games like that?
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah, thought so.
I did a lot of things in Tears of the Kingdom out of order.
Well, we have outdone this quest line out of order, but
Yes.
we're finally getting the context and answers we want.
Closure!
Because someone who cares about Gregor Ordain and therefore presumably knows things about him has hired you, or not hired, has asked you to locate this missing person.
Who you, Gallus, literally just learned about that we found dead in the cave.
You said nephew?
Yeah,
Say the name again.
Gregor Ordain.
Gregor Ardain. Well, let me tell you. I feel like this is a very important subject. Your family, you're an important man. I like you, and I feel like we should get all my associates in on this. So why don't we wrap up everything we're doing here? You can close up your store. We can get cleaned up, and then get my friends in on this. How's that sound?
Yeah, why don't you go and get your friends, and I'll close up here.
Yes. Meet at the tavern, the Uskwood, Little Uskwood. In
I'd
half
prefer
an
you
hour.
meet me here.
Okay.
Right then.
Well, then let me go and gather my associates.
Okay.
I'll be back.
You really said, so you see, what had happened was,
Uh,
we'll be right back.
So, pan over to Little Uskwood.
Meanwhile, back at the plot.
What time is it? Right? God, Jess, that was so good. I thought it was an actual, thing happening. What time of day is it?
Noticed, in game, I have new microphone. Hey.
Yeah.
What day is it? What,
It
not what day,
is.
what time is
It
it?
is. It is Saturday, and it is if doing the work, and we're probably a little. It's about lunchtime at this point, probably.
Okay, noonish. So
Yeah, noonish.
the cereal would be
Is that Oath
back
Day?
right now. No, Star Day.
star day. Okay.
Random thing that I remember is the names of the days now. Nothing else.
I'm proud of you.
Hey.
I can't even remember.
Oh my god. I would imagine. Well, Suriel is downstairs still watching and maybe partially helping her mom with blacksmithing stuff. Like when you're standing next to your parent while they're working on something and they just ask you to grab something when you're younger.
Yeah.
It's about as much as she's probably doing right now.
You're holding the flashlight while Dad fixes the car.
Yeah, essentially is what Suriel's doing.
Excellent.
And or holding Brexter.
Yeah.
Does he light up like a lantern?
Not like by himself, but
Please.
he can make fire.
Oh, so Cereal's just holding Brexter, just like you hold like a baby,
Yeah.
like on your hip.
What's Charlie doing?
Nice. Good question.
Right.
Just jacking it.
I'm gonna go.
Straight jacking it.
I'm gonna go to the market, and I'm gonna look up books about Thessalon.
Oh yeah, Thessalonia.
Yeah.
That's Saltopolis.
No, that's a different place.
Oh.
I'd like to learn more about Thessalonian language. And then I would take a trip to Zane. Fader Zane's house.
Oh, the hope would be that you'd be back at the inn when Gallus gets there, so everyone can go.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Also, you probably have to
I would-
read
I
those
want-
things about Thessalonia first before going to Zane. So
Sure. Like I was gonna like take a book and be like, hey, I'm just gonna sit here and read. And but then I'll walk halfway to Zane's house and then I'll be like, shit, I gotta get back at the inn, and I'll turn around.
something tells me I have to be back at the end.
The ADHD urge of remembering something as you're walking to a different something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, the pain.
My plot sentences are tingling.
My
They
late for
earn it.
something senses. Anywho,
Get back here, Gallus.
Gallus arrives at the inn.
Then Gallus walks in and finds Suriel and Charlie. And then he just like leans in to Suriel a bit and goes like, "You would not believe the information I have for you."
Okay, tell me.
You know that little fella you've been trying to find out about?
Yes, and she'll kind of cross her arms, looking at you.
And
Look at
you
Charlie.
told
Look
me,
at Gallus.
you told me that he had an uncle refer him into the military or the guard or whatever, and no one knew who that uncle was.
As far as I could tell, that's about all the information I can gather, but yes.
That uncle is Linton Demir. And he wants us to help him find his nephew.
Opens mouth, closes mouth, raises finger, lowers finger. But
So let us gather Charlie and talk to our dear friend Linton.
you can see Suriel like going through the like probably multitude of questions she has in her head as you're talking. She's just like, but why?
Also, close your mouth, dear. That's how you attract flies.
Kind of glare at you, but
Snap.
close her mouth.
From the basement, Magda just yells, "He's not wrong."
What the fuck?
Closes door to basement.
Right? She took her mask off specifically for that, puts mask back on, goes back downstairs, and Suriel's like, I'm being tag teamed. I already had one mom, I don't want another.
I've played father too long. Time for mother.
Or mother.
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 Mother. Anyways.
Anyways.
that took a
painful.
weird turn.
It really did. We're having a day. I don't know if y'all can tell.
I lost a lot of blood.
I lost a lot of blood.
I lost a lot of blood.
We probably kick in Charlie's door. Metaphorically. We have to go talk to Linton Demir. We have the things
what do you
we
want?
found out information. Gregor Ardain is his nephew.
Hold on. Things you found.
Let's go. Let's
nephew.
go.
That's
I
all
will
I caught.
tell you on. I will
okay.
tell you on the way. Let's go.
All right. I'll put my shoes on and start going.
I imagine that putting shoes on also means putting clothes back on for Charlie.
No, I would have kept clothes on during the day.
I just think it's funny.
It's more like I'm doing the hop and like the tying of the shoe at the same time. You're trying to like walk out the door, but you're tying your shoe, and yeah, I'm doing one of those.
All right, everybody.
All right, so what are we doing?
We need
Sorry.
to meet back up at the Healthy Heart Alchemicals and talk to Linton Demir. He has a job for us. Where'd you go, by the way? You were there a second ago, and then you left. Where'd you go?
Who, me?
No, Charlie. Or am I thinking that was actually a different day? Never mind.
Yeah, that was a different day.
That was
the first day.
Yeah, correct. I left to go talk to Zane because you were taking your sweet ass time, and that's when you got the nat 20.
Oh, that was the other day. I'm getting my days blended together.
And you're not that old. Come on.
Oh, don't remind me.
We make our way to Healthy Heart Alchemicals.
When you return to the premises, there is a sign hung in the door reading, "Closed for the day due to illness."
It's a good way to keep people away.
Gallus will knock on the door and go, "Oh, Linton."
Enter.
Just opens the door.
Enter.
Ladies after you.
And then it feels more like you should go first, Suriel says as she walks in.
Oh, snap, as I walk past.
Charlie's just part of the entourage. She is the backup. She's... Oh, shit!
I pump up, I hype up, I'm the hype girl.
Yeah, you're the hype man.
Gallus just sort of smirks at the two of them as we all enter.
So I'm sure Master Gallus has informed you of the job that I have offered.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, he has. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to do something.
So it's like this. Before the reclamation came to town, I had maintained working relationships with multiple factions in town, chief among them being the former leaders, the nobles of House Nerocopolis, who were, of course, loyal to House Thrune. When the Iomedeans took control, the Nerocopolis family was conveniently away in the capital, but some of the retainers were apprehended and imprisoned at Hardship's Hearth. A handful of them managed to flee and evade capture. They called themselves the Narcopolis Loyalists. Of course, the Reclamation refers to them as rebels. Among these retainers is my nephew, Gregor Ardane. I am far from a personal supporter of House Thrune or the Narcopolis cause. Gregor saw it his duty to keep me abreast of what they were up to, their comings and goings. He's normally quite punctual with his updates, sending messages every few days, but it's been nearly 2 weeks since I heard from him. His last missive indicated they'd stop at the Bloomin' Caves, rather a beautiful series of caverns nearby the town. In less turbulent times, the youth would visit to go neck-in. Obviously, it would be inappropriate for me to broach this with our new protectors, but you're outsiders. I thought perhaps you could do this as a personal favor for me. Specifically, I'd like to know what has become of my nephew.
I imagine, like, everyone just kind of looks at each other for a second, trying to determine who's gonna say what.
DM, if
Yeah.
I may. When Linton said that he is not much of a supporter of House Thrune, can I roll a perception for a sense motive on that?
Absolutely.
Look this man in the eyes and see if he's telling the truth, laddie.
Ooh,
What?
that
yeah.
is a 28.
No, that's German. Never mind.
Ooh.
Okay, so he seems to be pretty honest about that, but from the context of the way he was constructing the statement, he's not saying that he's totally against Thrune. It's just that he's not a fervent supporter. It was more that he was able to work within the system with them. But
Suriel will kind of sit up a little bit more, kind of tapping the one of the bracers on her arms, and will say, so you remember when we came here to get a couple potions to deal with a little problem we had? About
yeah, you had the purple pox, right?
Yes, that.
Yeah, about that. We got it in the Blooming Grove.
You see his face just like sinks. The color runs out of his cheeks a little bit.
The only thing we found that was salvageable from Linton Demir was his notebook, right? And the items he had, obviously.
Of Gregor, yeah.
From Gregor, yeah.
Yeah, you found remember that like torn armor that had his name on it?
Yeah.
The journal with the
Right.
little bits of paper. And then the stash of magic items he had.
It was in a hollow stalagmite, yeah.
Yeah.
He also had Cinderbus.
Yep.
Suriel will pull out of her pack just the more identifiable parts of what was left of his armor and the crest, and kind of hand it to Linton Demir, and so this was all that we could salvage from his body.
Did you see his body?
Did we see his body? Or was that also covered in mushrooms?
I want to do a thing.
Yeah.
I think it was like desiccated.
I'm gonna do a thing. So Gallus will lean forward and say, I believe that... Let's see, how do I want to do this?
I don't know. How do you want to do this?
So
Okay, so this is my mind process of how I want to go about this. And I think this is a pivotal point of this. So Linton is not against working with House Thrune.
He's doing what he needs to do.
He's doing what he needs to do, so perhaps we can use this moment to try to flip Linton from reclamation to loyalists.
Oh yeah, don't worry. That was in the plan.
yeah, as far as the body, I'll also remind you that you know that the myceloids use the bodies to incubate their young, who hatch from the body like a chest burster from Aliens.
Mm-hmm.
At which point, all the myceloids then eat the body.
So there was no body for him, just the leftover scraps of armor and journal.
It is unlikely there was such a body, but you didn't.
Couldn't really tell, anyways.
Yeah. If you had gone there after getting this quest, you might have been specifically looking for his body, but the circumstances that had you there, you didn't really specifically look, so it's hard to say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Gallus is going to do a little bit of deception, which he is very
Well,
good
1 second.
at. Okay.
1 second.
I can
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah. Suriel will also put the armor down, well, what's left of the armor, and say, we were really mostly there to also look for the missing family, the Brandons.
Bradens.
Bradens. Thank you, James. That was close. We were looking for the Braden family. And to be honest, there wasn't much left of any bodies we found there. The only reason we know is because we found scraps of what might have been his journal. And it was a name that had come up a couple times while we were doing our job and investigating. However, this was fully based on our own skepticisms about how these people went missing, when and where, through our own investigations.
Oh. So when I said I wanted to do a deception, you just kind of ruined that.
Well, too bad.
Oops.
Oh, thank you, Oni.
Hey, sometimes it happens.
So I've been trying to like multiple times say like I want to do a thing.
So what,
what was the
wouldn't
thing?
happen?
What thing did you
what did
want
you want to
do?
say?
I wanted to lie to
Could we
him and
retcon it?
say that we found his dying body and Opian was also there and he made the call to kill them.
Don't think that would have worked.
See, but I also have really high deception.
That
And
Bill-
I have enough faith that that could work.
it's not that I don't have faith in your deception. I have less faith. I don't know. That's not the words I'm looking for. It doesn't seem like a logical jump for someone like Linton to Mir to believe you. For someone like Oppian, who he does know personally, to believe that he would do something
Right,
like that.
but
Even if Oppian is in power right now and Gregor Dane is technically against him, Oppian isn't really seen as the type of person to go out of town and track down someone like that, because Linton, as far as we know, probably knows that
I think they're too tight.
that Oppian has too many more important things to do. Now, if you said another guard instead of Oppian, then it would probably work. But go ahead, Grapes. I was James. Fuck.
No, it's fine. Just kind of had this whole idea, but no, it's fine. We can do not my idea.
No, it's fine. You can still make it work.
No, I can't.
I'm sorry.
Right, that was gonna be a long shot anyhow. But yeah, what die is cast, I suppose. So
Can I do a sense motive
on
on
Linton?
Linton? Yeah, just to see how he is right now.
I also think it would have been a launch shot because I feel like this is just out of game, I feel like if we tried that angle, he would ask like, "Why didn't you tell me this sooner?" Or like he
See,
would kind of try to like piece it together.
I had
why did
I
we
had
keep
an
this a
idea
secret?
for that.
Oh, okay. I apologize.
It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, Oni, you can roll a sense motive on Linton.
19.
It seems really important to him whether or not you saw the body. Yeah, it was a very pointed question.
Cyril will kind of look at Charlie.
To be honest, Linton, there were so many skeletons down there, and if I had to guess, we might have seen him, but we just didn't recognize it was specifically him.
Were any of them unusual?
Can I roll, I guess this would be intelligence? To remember if, I guess, well, before I do that, what do you mean unusual? Like, there were many bodies, bones, pieces of people there just covered in myceloid mushrooms. So, if you want to help us help you, you're gonna have to try and be a little bit more specific.
He takes a long moment and thought. And he has his head down. He's holding his chin in one hand. You know, I suppose suffice to say that you'd know if you saw it, but more than that, you know what? You've earned my trust, so I tell you what. I'm gonna give you this now. And he takes a bag from under the counter, drops it on the counter, and you hear the familiar clink of coin.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was gonna offer you to find him, but since you already did, well, here you go.
Well,
And-
well, here's the thing. We don't know if we found him. Was he wearing a specific clothing item when he left? Maybe if you kind of describe something, I can think back, because we want to
we were
help
getting
you.
sick. That too.
Gallus, like, will
That
slowly,
is very
as
true.
everyone else is talking, just reaches for the bag of coins and pulls it towards himself.
Can I guess a diplomacy to kind of get Linton to open up a little bit more on a description.
Well,
If
after
that's needed, yeah.
after tossing the coin, he was going to continue speaking. I just wanted the payment for the job, because you do get the money. He gives you 300 GP
Okay.
Ooh,
for the quest you already completed. Yeah.
Sweet.
And if you want to know more, those are questions that I'm not comfortable answering under the light of day or here. So, tell you what. Midnight. Meet me in the field north of town. There, I will give you all the answers you seek.
That's motive.
I was just gonna say that.
I will
Yeah,
also do
definitely
the sense
roll a sense
motives.
motive.
Natural 24, 30.
Oh.
Well, shit.
22 for
That's a 29.
Gallus.
So
Look at us go, though.
Okay, so all of you are able to tell that this proclamation that he has made is making him extremely nervous. Like, he has got a little bit of flop sweat forming on his hairline. His cheeks, paled out when he told him that Gregor was dead. Now he is flushed. Suriel,
Oh, go ahead.
with your 30, you can tell that he is specifically nervous because of what he has just promised to bear all, as though he is about to reveal some secret.
I would like to put is he like behind his shop counter? Are we like talking around? Oh, so he has his hand on the counter. I will put like a hand over his and I go, Linton, you must not need worry. You are among friends here. And I would like to roll diplomacy in order to help him like be less nervous about whatever he's wanting to share with us, to like, make it like whatever he's gonna show us he's more comfortable doing is what my goal is.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that's another good roll. Hey. That is a 30.
And he does relax, not entirely, but some. And the hand, you put your hand over his hand was trembling, and that stops. He steadies up, and then on the map of the town near the wall, he indicates a clearing in the woods north of town as a specific location he wishes to meet at midnight.
And as we're like, he's giving us all this information, Gallus will go like, perhaps we'll arrive with a bottle of wine, or maybe two.
I was just about to ask if it would help you feel a bit more comfortable if we possibly brought food and made this a little bit less serious. For you, specifically.
Well, I was more hinting like 2 bottles, like we would be expecting more than just the 4 of us.
Oh yeah, yes, we're on the same page.
Bring whatever you like, but maybe wait until after to pop it.
Of course. Well,
You can keep the armor if you need to, by the way. I mean, we obviously have no use for it.
Thank you.
We shall see you at
We're
the
really
witching
sorry
hour.
to hear
it's an
about
exciting
that.
time.
Oh.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't suspect that he had met his end. I was just... Well, you don't know until you know.
And then I guess we'll leave.
All right. So now we have a fun clandestine midnight meeting
Yeah.
We're
out of the city.
I like to think we're like as we're
Out of
sitting at
curiosity.
the inn. I like to think as we're sitting at the inn, where Gals is like takes a sip of wine and goes, "So you think it's a rebel group?"
The possibility.
Ooh, I'm excited.
I don't
Go ahead,
know.
Jess.
I'm getting the. I was so two things I'm gonna say in character. I don't know. Why does he want to meet at midnight in a field? It sounds like he's gonna like whack us,
Well, I
if you know what I mean.
did check, and it does not seem to be that way. He's
You could be
oddly
lying.
embarrassed. I would know, but he's oddly embarrassed.
Charlie, you said you're from the Witchwood, right?
Whisperwood.
Whisperwood, right?
Whisperwood. Yes.
Well, it may not
We
be
wanna know.
as common in the Whisperwood, but in the cities, in the midnight in an inconspicuous place is where organizations like to meet in hushed tones. Me and Suriel are theorizing this is one of such groups.
That, and here in town, other than our warded space, you are always being watched here.
Perhaps this group has a warded space in the middle of a field.
That, or he just
Well-
feels safer talking about it where he won't be watched. Like, if this is all based on the information we have to do with who or what Gregor Ardane is, and that's embarrassing or nerve-wracking for Linton to speak about, then it would make sense that in a place where it might not be okay to say what Gregor is, this again, it's just hypothesizing, that Linton would want to meet us somewhere a bit more open.
Well, all I'm saying is where I come from, out of character, where I come from, you meet in where I come from, you meet at midnight to make pacts with unknown sources of power, and then all of a sudden you have spell slots. So
Oh,
I
yes.
think that
that's
was
tell ya.
just you. Yeah, you can also do that, but I don't feel like that's this situation. Also, Charlie, I feel like that was just you.
Can I roll an occultism to see how the likely of this being a Hague Coven?
Go ahead.
I just
21.
picture James like leaning on his his desk with his hands on his temples, like, go ahead.
Gallus, Gallus, you are aware that hag covens famously female groupings.
Right.
So a big fat guy with a mustache, unlikely to be involved.
No, it could be a servant.
Hashtag girl power.
That's like
Literally.
gatekeep girl boss.
I'm just seeing, like, likelihood of,
possible.
like, you know, we're approaching a Hague Coven. And,
Yeah.
I don't know, do I know of any Hague Covens in the area? With a 21 occultism.
That is just a good question.
You are not aware of any.
Yeah, fucking Charlie.
Well, as you say, like, mysterious powers, like, Gallus will just say, well, I'm not aware of any Hags in the area. Other
We're
than
going-
You're looking at one. You're
What do
looking
you
at
even
one.
call a male hag?
Her eyes just kind of
right?
you don't. They don't exist, I believe.
Also, Charlie, that's not what a coven means.
That's a
Fine,
harem.
I'm gonna make a coven, and I'll do it. I'll make my own rules, and it'll be the best
See
damn peg
Suriel like pinching the bridge of her nose, like, oh my god.
Make my own coven. Snacks, polycules.
Yeah. Charlie, that's a commune, not a coven.
Stuff can be two things.
This is true.
There's layers, like an
There's-
onion.
Anyways.
So
Anyway,
I-
on the game, if we're meeting at midnight,
That's 12 hours. from
Charlie
now.
resets her spells at midnight with
Steven.
Steven. Yeah, I'm having issues with words, and
Every time.
I'm just
Every
so
time.
hyper aware because of just everything's new here with the microphone, and I'm like, I hope I'm not fucking anything up. And I
You
don't know.
are
Anyway,
okay.
what would that be looking like as we're going to meet Linton at midnight?
So that's the kind of thing that you can only do it once a day, but you can push what time you do it one way or the other if need be. I mean, you haven't cast any spells today, as far as I know. So if you wanted to just
Hold
wait
on to what you got.
and prepare after, so that way, you know, if you have them,
Okay.
you need them, and if you're depleted, you can regain right after.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah,
That
so
makes
Suriel-
sense. So
oh,
I
yeah.
will, because I didn't set anything, then I will,
probably do that.
like you said.
Yeah.
Like you said.
Yeah, you could also just prepare early if you wanted, and that
Yeah.
way, more specifically pick spells that you might need for this meeting. Either way is
Good
fine.
point.
Suriel
Good
will
point.
stand up from the table and will put her coat down on the chair. Say, well, I need to go back down to the basement. I have to ask Mom a couple questions. Specifically about that contract that we got from Uktuk. And then I think after that, I'm going to go speak with Delilah.
Well, I mean, you technically got that contract from me.
I mean, it literally came out of Uktuk.
Right,
so.
and Uktuk belongs to me.
Also, question: do you need to do anything else with the body now that you have the spirit, or can we just like chuck the body?
Hey, we're not chucking nobody. Let's look took.
Yeah,
but we
he's
don't
gonna
need his body anymore.
he's gonna need that again when Gallus fucks off.
Hey now, hold
Once
hold
he
on.
realizes,
I
like,
feel
these
like
are a
I'm
bunch
being
of
called out
dumbasses.
for. Hold on. All right.
Look. Look, Uktuk died, and then someone else showed up, and then they fucked off, and Uktuk came back.
I'm back. That's just how it
And-
works.
And now he died, and a new person showed up, so that if the pattern holds, Gallus is gonna fuck off, and then Uktuk will come back.
Right, and then I'll just make Uktuk with the zombie.
Yeah. But no, that was a question
Nah,
to
skeleton.
Yes,
That's hilarious.
that was a question to Gallus, by the way.
Right.
Like, what do we do with the body?
I don't care.
I'm done with it.
I was just wanted to know if we needed to keep the body or not, because that's ironically extremely unsanitary for what we have
bury it
going on
in-
downstairs.
Bury it in the garden and use it for fertilizer. It'll probably be
That's
the most
the thing I was.
most useful thing you'll be used for.
That is.
Hey, you can't say that about him.
Yeah, I actually can.
He may
That's
be-
weekly.
He may be
Charlie
a
says
piece of shit,
weekly.
but he's my piece of shit.
And
He
he just like puts his hands together and was like, ah. Anyways, yeah, I don't care. Do whatever.
Suriel will kind of look at Gallus for a second and be like, okay, I get it. She'll like lean on the table, both hands flat on it. He's not useful to you right now. That's fine. But do not disrespect him when you don't know what he did for us before you got here. This isn't me being like, oh, he was a friend or anything. It's just extremely annoying and rude. And then she'll walk away.
Oh, snap. And then I'll walk to my room.
Thanks for water tribing. That's essentially what Charlie just says. Water tribe.
Okay. So Suriel wants to actually read the contract now.
Well, she wants to go talk to Mom to see if there's anything bad about reading the contract, and then read the contract with Charlie because Charlie wants to.
Don't be silly, dear. Barring magical traps, the contract holds no power over you unless you sign it.
These are things that I don't... One of the things that I don't know too much about, so I always ask questions just to make sure. Like, it's kept me alive for this long. I'm not going to stop now.
Clever girl. She says it with obvious pride in her eyes.
Yes. Also, tonight we're going to be meeting with Linton Demir in the middle of bumfuck nowhere at midnight. He has things to tell us. Not really sure where that's gonna go.
You're sure it's not an ambush?
I checked him to make sure, as far as I could tell, and the rest of us can tell, it is not.
I would still be on your guard. You never know what dangers lurk in the darkness.
Oh yes, of course. It's still extremely suspicious that he wants to meet us at specifically midnight in the middle of a field outside of town. Once again, no, I am very aware.
Oh. Keep your sword at the ready.
It
You have to... If you have to kill him and lose information, that's better than him killing you, isn't it?
That is true. I'll kind of rub her cheek. I'm just curious on what it could be about. There's so many things it could be about. Thank you. Suriel will go grab Charlie. So we could read the contract together, Jess. No, rub my cheek.
Oh, okay. I was like, I was sitting here like, oh, you actually touched mommy? Like,
No.
Like, you know, that sounds like very like mother-daughter kind of like intimacy. You know what I mean?
Not yet.
Got it. I'll be in my room and I'll be reading about the whatever I found in the market for Thessalonia.
If anything at all. Ooh, my voice just cracked.
Yeah, the Thassalon is a recently rediscovered culture. So there is... It's kind of like when Egypt fever struck England, where like there's a lot of stuff about it, but whether any of it is reliable or accurate remains to be seen. But yeah, it's kind of a fad in across all of Avestan at the moment. That's Avestan is the continent.
Okay.
On which Cheliax is located. And yeah, Yeah. Thessalon fever has kind of swept all of Avestan. So like, yeah, you can find stuff on it, but it's difficult to separate out what's actually good scholarship from hucksters and common. But we'll find out. So for reading the contract, I'm pretty sure Surreal does. Does Charlie know Infernal?
I think she does.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you are both
She lived in the Whisperwood. Hell yeah, she did.
so you're both able to read the contracts. And as expected, it does detail that Uktuk is brought back to life at the behest of a powerful benefactor. It lists the contract server, which in the case of this is defined as the devil who is responsible for being his point of contact on Galarian,
Mm-hmm.
as a contract devil by the name of Visperthul.
Cool. Okay.
Visperthul.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Nice.
Nice.
Who is
I love how we
serving?
said in unison.
Yeah, who is serving the contract at the behest of? I'm gonna type out the name in
Yes.
play because I think it's unlikely you'll guess the spelling. But it is,
Oh yeah, no.
yeah, it's Chowchodramel. It doesn't give any other information as to who this is other than the name, but it indicates that Chowchodramel is the one who actually owns Uktuk's soul as part of this bargain. And it has listed, his duties and responsibilities as far as being allowed to return to Galarian and the material plane. He is to serve at the behest of an agreement that is referred to,
Mm-hmm.
but not listed, between Archbaron Fex and Visperthul.
Mm.
Presumably, that is what bound him into agency with House Throne. However,
Mm-hmm.
down at the bottom in fine print, it gives an additional directive outside and superseding that other agreement that he is bound to.
Okay.
And that is, he is to monitor and report on the Scion of Etrucaria.
Okay, 1 second.
Can you repeat that? Monitor and report
What's-
on who?
Thank
Scion?
you.
The Scion of Etrucaria.
History?
Do I know?
Religion? Like, which role would that be for us?
Be religion.
Should I roll an Arcana check or? Oh, religion.
Religion.
Here we go, here we
Okay.
go.
That
Roll
is
a religion.
a dirty
Glad
20.
I changed.
We forgot to do the thing.
And it fucking fell.
Oh, yeah, we did forget to do the thing.
Oh, we
Every
for-
time.
Oh, we forgot to do
I
the
did
thing.
forget to mention it.
Oh.
All right, let me roll this religion first.
Okay.
I got a flat 11.
That is.
Hey, you got your point.
That's
Uh,
a 19. This.
Okay, so neither of you know either of those names, but it does sound like they are both high-ranking devils of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you don't know them now, with specific names, your ability to
Oh,
find
yeah.
information about them is a lot more than just, hey, what's every big time devil?
Yeah. Like, can I I don't even know if I'd have to roll for this. The implications of knowing a devil's like specific name and title.
So, if you're thinking about true name,
Mm-hmm.
that is not this. True name is something that if you know it, you have power
Yeah, that's
over a devil. But
feat I've been looking at.
yeah, these are not those. These are like their names.
Okay, so this is what people call them to
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, what people of sufficient position to address them by name call them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it gives names, but it gives no other information about them. So no titles, nothing like that. But you might be able to find that information now that you know their names.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be odd not to have that title in a contract because it's kind of a formal
That's true,
business
yeah.
venture?
You have to use some title or name to make it bound in a way to that person.
Yeah, for mortal documents, that would be the case. For devil contracts, their very essence is infused into the binding agreement, making any more specific identifiers in the actual text kind of superfluous.
So it's almost like with our phones, we put our thumbprint on it, kind of thing.
It's more of
If
yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, or like it's a saved contact. So like you just have mom in your phone, and then your
it's not
phone
her
knows what the number
actual
is.
name. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Interesting. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, but the implication there is that he was informing on somebody, because whoever Etricaria is, you know that a scion in this context refers to an heir of some kind, whether that be a child, like a literal heir, or a student or apprentice type of relationship. It's somebody in that kind of position
Mm-hmm.
to whoever this Etricaria is that Uktuk was supposed to keep tabs on.
Would we?
He was supposed to report to or report on the scion.
The Scion, he was supposed to
Supposed to
report about
Yeah.
to
Okay.
to Visperthul and or Chowchodramel.
Have I heard the? Well, is it possible that I've heard the name Chalcholdramel? Even just through like mild reading here and there, like it might have popped up once or twice.
So that was part of the religion, is you didn't know either of those names.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was asking. I guess I should have specified that I was specifically asking about the Scion and the Scion, but that is also fine.
Yeah, Scion is more of a descriptor than a name.
No, the Scion of, I can't say that word right now.
Etrucaria.
Thank you, of Etricaria. Seeing if I'd even run into that, but if the religion roll is just all encompassing of all that information, then it's fine.
Yeah, well, that was for Etrucaria and Chowchodramel. If you don't know who Etrucaria is, then the Scion of Etrucaria isn't gonna mean anything to you either.
Okay. And probably also not Visperthul then.
Yeah, Visperthul is identified in the contract as a contract devil.
Yeah.
Who, you know, enough. Well, it's with that role of like they are kind of functionaries.
Yeah.
They're the bureaucrats of hell.
Okay. Mind you, while Charlie's
and-
over there talking, probably Serial's writing this stuff down.
And that, so when you said the fine print, was the fine print only that this contract superseded the other contract, or was it that was it also adding that he was to monitor and report about the scion of Etricaria? Was
That whole
also
section is
my
fine
question.
print.
That whole section was fine print. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
This whole thing was like, this is what we want you to do. You can, this other thing is important, but this is the most important thing, and don't let anything get in your way of doing
Yeah.
this part. Okay. Oh, even though we know none of these names currently, it is good information.
But I could try to find out, because Zane has a big ass library, and I'm sure he has information on devils.
Don't go digging too much, too quickly. They will figure that out. They being the devils.
Okay. I mean, it's just a thought. It's, you know, we have this whole library here, and
Might as well use it, I know. Like,
what do you
Serial
think
is
about me moving in with Zane?
Serial will kind of sigh and close her notebook. Will stare at the ceiling and will say, I'm going to be honest with you, it's a dumb move. Literally and metaphorically. You have a job to either betray this man and kill him, or turn him to our side. And as much as I know you
that's
won't.
exactly what I was thinking of doing.
Yes, but here's the thing. You will get too close if you move in. Being close
But
to
that's
a
perfect for a
person,
mole.
you're not a mole if you, Charlie, and I'm not talking about just any person, you, Charlie, I can tell, do really like Zane.
No, I don't.
Charlie. And Surya will look
What?
look Charlie directly in her eyes. She's not joking right now. And like, this is a very serious conversation Surya is trying to have with Charlie right now. I'm not dumb.
I'll sigh. All right. It just would be,
I know you
in my
think it
opinion, he would be.
would be better.
No, hear me out.
Okay.
Honestly, he would be a great father figure to Max. And I mean that.
James laughing. Oh god.
Because that will solve half of my problem, is that the judge thinks I'm a whore. And if I come back and I'm married, and then he's like, okay, cool, you're actually an adult. Here, I will sign guardianship to you.
Okay, well, let's
I
think
didn't
about
tell
this.
you all about.
I'm just going off what you told me from last time. Let's think about this. Have you asked Zane if he wants a child? If he's able to take care of another kid? If he even wants... Have you even told him about this whole issue with the judge? Do you know if Zane even wants
He
to
could
get
still live
married?
here, as long as I'm married. As long as I'm married, that's all that matters.
Do you
And then
know
I
if
can have
Zane wants
guardianship.
to get married?
I don't know.
And I'll kind of
Ooh.
kick the dust on the floor.
I don't know. Suriel will
don't
grab
know.
Charlie's hands. You have no idea of Zane's circumstances, of his life, what he wants. You're doing this based on your needs and wants, not what he needs or wants, which is extremely selfish.
Yeah, well, I want to be selfish for once.
You can be
I've been
selfish.
selfless.
You can
No,
do
no, no,
that.
no. I've been
Go ahead, sorry.
selfless for almost my whole life. This mission, me going and actually traveling out of the Whisperwood is the most selfish thing I've done probably ever. I left my sister in the Whisperwood. Now, granted, like, I'm paying people / threatening them to watch her, but
/ threatening.
she's basically on her own. I mean, she's old enough to, but I'm doing this so that I can get things aligned to give her the actual, like, best of everything. I couldn't go to wizard school. I couldn't go to the fancy freaking school in Sonara, but she could. She could have anything she wants as long as she gets in that fucking school and learns magic and actually becomes a wizard and doesn't resort to fucking bullshit contracts that she doesn't know anything about from a patron that denies her like things and wanting to know stuff. And
You want what's best for your sister. And don't get me wrong, I understand. I want very much what's best for my siblings as well. And let's just say, hypothetically, everything goes great. You and Zane get married. You get custody of your sister. You move her here. It's fine. What happens when he figures out that you only used him so that your sister is safe? Whether or not you actually feel for him. How will he feel about that? I'm going on this on the basis of being as empathetic as I possibly can. Do you think that's fair to Zane for you to, even as good as it would be for your sister, for you to use him in that way and not be upfront about it when it might not be something he doesn't know because you never asked?
But see, here's the thing. Maybe I'm not using him at that point. Maybe it does turn into something that's mutual.
Would you have talked
So
to him about it
wouldn't be
first?
using him.
Because here's the thing that I'm getting. You two haven't communicated at all. You fucked twice. It's been great. You're both extremely intelligent people, and things are going fine. You have two duties. The one that we have that we're getting paid for, and the one to your sister. Everything else under that isn't as important. You could die tonight, for all we know. And none of this could ever happen. And you haven't even thought past the point of if these are things that Zane even wants.
All right.
And again, don't get me wrong. It would be great if you could move in with him. Move in him is a completely different scenario.
Who says I didn't?
I don't need to know if you did or if you didn't. But if you're actually going to try and make this happen, even in the scenario that he doesn't turn to our side and that we have to kill him, You need to actually plan these things out. You're 18, but you've been around people for long enough to know that you cannot be dumb about this. You cannot jump head first. It's not going to work out. We've been through enough missions where jumping in head
Alright.
first barely got us out alive.
Okay.
And I mean,
I
Also-
guess.
your contract with mommy that you're trying to get out of.
Well, it's not to say I don't want to get out of it.
Or
I just wanna, like,
change.
Be able to have a sit down and amend it because
Yeah.
I don't even remember half of it. I don't remember 90% of it.
So, like, just even that alone, not even thinking about the outside this plane of existence stuff. That is such a huge issue. Like, who knows how trying to change that contract is going to affect everything else down the road. For one, there's no way to know, and if what you have now is not stable enough, you're not going to be able to do what you want in the future. That's why I'm usually asking questions and writing stuff down and being nosy. Partially paranoia, yes, but also because I know that if I don't prepare now, I will most likely fail in the future.
Okay. She'll just kind of look from the floor up to her and just very matter-of-factly just say, all right, understood.
Just want
So
you to be.
what's next?
Well, it depends on what you want to happen next. What's your largest focus? What's the most important thing that you need to do to make the best move within, say, the next 2 months?
Let me think about it. I kind of meant like next mission, but I guess I got to
Oh.
think about that.
You also have to think about that too, because we don't really know what's next. Let's be honest.
I guess what's next is like seeing if Linton like is another like werebore or something. Werebore 2.0.
Fight another werebore.
Fucking I'm coming with like
You're
Guns
you're
blazing.
taking that dagger, right?
just like, you know,
You still have that dagger?
well, yeah,
Okay, thank God.
yeah. I can't
You
not
remember-
have it.
Remember what you promised to do with it?
Like if I get sick again, I got to kill myself because fuck me, you know?
Oh God.
So I'm just gonna get prepared and I'll look like I'm going into battle, but we're just meeting in the woods. Ooh.
You know, just
See you at
Prepare f-
midnight.
prepare for battle, but don't look like you've prepared for battle.
She'll walk out of her
Yeah.
bedroom with like that grease, that black grease under her eyes, and like one of those like one of the sashes that she uses like as
Yeah.
a belt, like wrapped around her head, like Rambo style. Yeah,
And we're
she's
just like,
the
God
rise,
damn
it's
it.
the rising sun.
Yeah.
headband.
We're
Yes.
like, gosh dang it, Charlie, that's the opposite of what we want to do.
the staff of fire is in her right hand, and her wand of shocking grasp is in the left hand,
And she's like, let's do it.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Suriel will stand up,
He's
kind
2
of
clicks ahead.
You have the wand of. You should have the wand of acid arrow in your teeth.
right.
Ooh, yeah.
Fully prepared for any and every scenario.
like-
Suriel will.
Well,
Go ahead.
I like to think that like Gallus is sitting in like the inn lobby or like just somewhere in the inn, and Charlie comes out of her room all Rambo'd up like Commando, but all magic, and I'm like,
She's got a
What?
bandolier of wands.
Charlie, what are you doing?
Honey, why are you dressed like
Getting
that?
ready. I'm getting ready to fight.
You're not going out of the house dressed like that, young
That
lady.
young lady. Yeah.
I'm saying those things when I'm really up close to the microphone, like he's 2 clicks ahead.
Suriel will stand up from probably sitting on the bed talking to each other, and we'll kind of put her hands in her pockets, stare at Charlie for a minute, and we'll kind of sigh out heavily and be like, also, I'm not going to lie. Mildly jealous.
Of?
You and Zane.
Why?
Sir, stare and blink at Charlie. Like, are you kidding me?
What? Because I got laid? Or like we could be a cute couple? And like she'll like kind of narrow her eyes like a Futurama Fry.
Suriel will once again
Charlie
pinch.
loves that face.
She does. It's one of her go-tos, man. Suriel will. You'll see just you've seen Suriel exasperated with like talking to people, but this is a whole different type of tiredness that you've seen on her face, and she's like, oh my god. I thought I was being obvious, but I guess not obvious enough. That I had liked you.
My bad. Wait. Really?
Yes, even Uktuk noticed this.
Well, shit.
Suriel will
Did you
just.
get the vibe that you didn't like me?
What do you? Okay, I kind of give that off to everybody.
Again from the basement. Are we talking about this now?
Close his door.
Right.
I hear like a faint like sound of Uktuk, like oh good, oh god, oh Asmodeus.
we just
Like-
feel a gentle breeze of what is definitely
Oh,
Uktukness
Charlie.
leave the room. Suriel's like, I really thought. But it's whatever now. It's whatever. It's not even that. Just walk away. Her face is
Well,
turning
maybe It
red.
doesn't work out.
She's left. She's leaving.
Just what the fuck? And she'll just
Charlie's
sit
like,
there
how
and
does this keep happening to me?
What? Just can't. Gonna put that in the back of my head for another day, and she'll just get ready for midnight
And then she promptly forgot.
because there's so much to process.
Charlie ADHD memory holes that conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, she will hold that for like middle of the night where she's trying to sleep but she can't sleep, and then she's like, oh, like those times where you like rehash the conversation over and over, like that's when she'll save it.
Charlie's gonna go back through like every interaction she's ever had with Serial and be like, "Oh my fucking god, I can't believe I didn't notice."
Like, I thought she hated me. That was because she liked me? What? Like,
It's like, what do you mean? How's Gallus doing? What's Gallus doing right now? Which cup of wine is he on?
I don't
Yeah.
know what he's doing.
number what?
I guess let's say he left to go to the Swedish drop.
Yeah, it's a good one. Serial will in fact go to do influence things with Jalila before I forget, because that is the thing I said I wanted to do. But what's Gallus doing at the Swedish drop? Is he just talking, hanging out?
Well, he was like, well, so wait, what are we doing?
Well, we still have until midnight.
Right. And what time
So-
is it now?
It's noon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, after all the drama, it's probably 1-ish, but
Oh, I didn't realize it was that early.
yeah.
yeah.
I guess while those two are talking, he just heads out and does a thing.
He does a thing. You know what? That's one
Right.
of my favorite things to do too.
Yeah. I mean, if we want to, because what we're coming up to now is, do you want to definitely have this happen today, or do you want to put it off to next week to have the meeting? So if you want, you can just everyone sit perfectly still and wait like Skyrim PCs, but if you want to do stuff, you go right ahead. I'm just
Do we have to do items?
What's up, Jess?
I was saying, do we have to do items before midnight? Like, do we want to roll RP tonight, or do we want to combat tonight?
Or possibly combat, because we don't know.
I
Well, I
kind
feel
of
like
want
we're gonna
to
combat, but
get to the thing.
Hey, we can just yada yada over Serial
Yeah.
doing influencing things with Jalila. That doesn't have to be roleplayed at all.
yeah, we absolutely can. But yeah, we can do the roll real quick. And while you do that roll, I only heard your result for the hero point roll.
Oh, yeah.
I rolled a natural one for that, so you get one.
Perfect.
oh, I didn't even roll. Hold on.
Yeah.
Did I roll? I don't think I rolled.
No,
Yeah,
we
so-
were doing the religion check.
Yeah, so while you
Oh,
do
that's right,
that,
okay.
Suriel for Jalila, you can do diplomacy, deception, or athletics.
They're all good. Oh no. But I do have more of it. Well, depending on what I roll, I do have a better chance with athletics.
Yeah.
Is Zane the one that has occultism?
Yeah, he has occultism and arcana.
Okay. Well, just for lulz, because my occultism is super good.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But my deception is also super good.
You know what occurs to me with Suriel making athletics check?
Yeah.
Did you lay claim to Hooktook's belt?
No. Well, we agreed that it would be great to go on Charlie for the lulz.
Okay.
And you know what? Let's have
That'll be part of my Rambo outfit.
let's have Gallus
Hooktook's lifting belt.
hang out with Zane. So I'll roll occultism.
Here we go. Okay. That's soft 20.
Can I use a hero
Okay.
point?
Get
Oh no. You
I mean,
did you roll already? Because we can't.
Yeah, it's a declare first, remember?
Man, I hate this change.
you were the one.
No, I suggested it being a pool. James suggested it being a declare first.
I did do that.
I did. Mhm.
So I got a
was-
dirty 20 for occultism.
Let's both go.
Hey, that's still a success.
Yeah, but I could have done a lot better.
Maybe. Matter
wanted
rolled a
to,
nat one.
Do what you did with Linton.
Rolled a 1, Surreal?
No, I said he might have rolled a nat one. I
okay.
also rolled a dirty 20.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, you did say that. And Jess, what was your flat check?
Get off
Thanks,
the computer.
Discord.
I'm sorry.
love
I'm
not
trying
being
to
able to
get
hear
my
things.
cat off my damn keyboard.
Okay.
Fucking kid. Sorry.
Child.
Straight roll. That's a natural 2.
Oh boy, we got one.
Perfect. Love it, love it. All right. So, yeah, we got 2 successes with influence, and then we just sit perfectly still on a bench and wait for 11 hours like Skyrim.
Later that night.
Yeah. Later. that
10
evening.
hours later.
10
Mhm.
hours
Yeah.
later.
So you're in the forest clearing Linton pointed out on the map. And what is your arrival? Are you getting there like really early, like right at midnight? What's
Serial would have suggested early to check for trap stuff. Just in case it is, in fact, an ambush. But what does everyone else think?
I mean, I suggest we show up at midnight on the dot.
Charlie?
I too would have wanted to see if there were
Get there early.
traps.
okay? Roll me some perceptions then, since it's 2 to 1.
Gallus, you're too trusting.
Or lazy, one of the two.
One of the two, yeah. Honestly, I get the lazy. You said perception before I forget? Or
Yeah.
because I already forgot.
And we are
Perception.
nighttime, so take your visions into account.
Yeah.
We are under
27.
moon and starlight, so
Oh, yeah.
tiefling
Could
low
I have
light vision
declared-
can see normally.
I think Charlie would have.
Could I have declared to take one of those
Dark vision
vials
pots?
of- yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah, you
forget
can
the
do
name of
that.
this.
The dark vision potion.
All right. Yeah.
So yeah, for 10 minutes you can see in perfect darkness.
Whoosh. Imagine what
mean-
it's like every time.
I mean, I don't have any way of seeing the dark other than in my ever-burning torch.
Yeah, you could light the torch. You could take the other dark vision potion.
Yeah, Charlie has a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. I'll take a dark vision potion.
So yeah, you both for
Okay,
10
here you
minutes
go.
can see in the darkness.
So with dark vision, like I'm not like at a disadvantage, am I?
Correct.
No, it's
That's
so
D&D,
we're
never mind.
we're in disadvantage like lowercase d, like just the concept. Yes, you are not we're in low light conditions right now, so without low light vision, if anything were attacking you, it would have
Okay.
concealment from you
Gotcha.
for you to
Okay,
attack back,
so
but yeah, with dark.
Perception. Yeah, then I got a 21.
I got a 27.
Okay, so neither of you notice any evidence of traps.
Also got a 21.
You also do not detect any traps.
Can I also roll a survival to just see if there are like any previous tracks of people, persons, recognizable tracks even?
You sure can.
Oh. That's a 24.
I'll
Yeah, you see tracks, like, you know, we're in a forest just outside town. So we're in the forest, there's animal tracks. We're just outside town. There are some footprints, but nothing recent. Nothing for the last few hours.
Okay. What were you gonna say, Jess?
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
So you show up let's say, what, 15, 20 minutes early?
Sure.
Yeah, like 15.
Okay. So knowing that your dark vision potions last for 10 minutes, you take those right away, or you want to wait? Just so I have an idea of whether they're still active when midnight hits.
I think Gallus probably could have been using just the ever-burning torch as we're just looking around.
Yeah, that's also an option.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
I
get a picture of
I think
what
I
you're
would-
doing.
I'm gonna roll 1 to 10. I take it before Gallus comes at midnight, and then 11 to 20. I'm gonna
Lenten,
take
you
it.
mean?
What? You
at
mean
midnight.
Linton?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Look, you don't know when
Yeah,
Gallus
take
comes.
it when we get there.
It's none of your business.
Okay, but when? Does?
I will take it right away when we get there for that perception check.
Okay. So yeah, by midnight it has was worn off.
Okay.
So midnight hits, and you're standing here in this field. It's quiet. Not like silent. There's night insects, the distant hoot of owls, but nothing bigger, nothing big enough to be threatening is anywhere near you.
Mm-hmm.
Midnight hits, and nothing happens.
What's the moon looking like, by the way?
Hold on. I'm gonna pull up my handy dandy Galarian map, because knowing the date and year, it'll actually tell me the phase of the moon, so I don't have to think
Guessed.
about it.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see. We established this is 47, 17.
Something like that.
That would be such a hard search in my notes.
No, it's 50. It's 47-15.
Okay.
And it is the month of Neth.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It is the 8th. Well, now it's the 9th.
Wait, hold on. I need to check and see if I made a huge mistake in my notes.
Mm-mm.
Because I didn't. It's because we started at the end of Lamashton. I was gonna make sure I didn't skip a month.
Oh. The
So
whole
yeah,
month?
it is.
Rude.
Yeah, I want to make sure I didn't skip Lamashton. So it is indeed. Oh, it can't be 47-17.
I'm just curious if it's a full moon or not.
Okay, it is. We're in the waning now.
Mhm.
It was a full moon last Wednesday.
Cool. Good. Don't have to worry
Yeah.
about that. Hopefully, possibly, maybe.
So, yeah, midnight comes and nothing happens. And I imagine the next few minutes tick by with a lot of anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
And it reaches about 5 minutes past midnight. You finally hear the crunching of boots on the ground.
I like to think that like right before someone shows up, like Gallus just goes like, well, he is a bit of a big guy. Maybe it's taken him a bit.
And
Try
out
not
of the
to smile.
darkness, Linton Demir emerges into the clearing.
Ah, speak of the devil.
Sorry I'm late, guys. I had to, I had to set something up. and then he points
Sense motive.
past you
Mm.
to behind you.
Oh no, who's behind us?
Gallus will turn and look.
And out of the woods on that side emerges Linton Demir.
Arcana?
I would like to roll occultism.
Oh yeah, I was like either or occultism, because my occultism is actually better than my arcana.
I'll do an Arcana.
He's like, I do magic. Suriel will say, this is a neat little trick you have going on here.
If it is what Grapes thinks it is, occultism might be appropriate.
James, what doth thine say? Okay.
Rolled 31.
So if you're attempting to roll to identify like a specific creature, perhaps,
Yeah.
that is going to be, I'm going to say you don't have enough information to pinpoint because there's a lot of things that could be doing this, like different creatures, different spells.
Right, but like, let's say, does Gallus know what changelings are?
Yes. You do know what changelings are.
Or doppelgangers is what I'm thinking of. If I was wondering if like the occultism roll would Linton Demir or
so doppelgangers are actually society.
Oh, society, then that roll would have been 30, not 31.
Actually, since one of you has occultism and Charlie is probably doing arcana, I wanted sense motive.
Okay, go ahead.
Possibly, or could I go for like an intelligence even?
Yeah, you could do either of those.
Okay.
But yeah, Grapes, with your
Arcana was a
society.
22.
Okay. Grapes, you know that with your society,
Sorry.
doppelgangers are capable of this. But, like I was saying, you don't have any other information to go on to say, oh, it's definitely that. Like, you don't know if this isn't an illusion of some kind or something that can change shape or just somebody who cast alter shape. Like,
Well,
there's a lot of things it could be.
so
Until you have any other information to triangulate.
Gallus will look at the
Well,
Linton.
let me resolve everybody else's checks.
Okay.
Calm down.
We're all excited. I know.
hold
We're seeing
hold
two
on,
Lintons, we're like,
hold
oh,
on.
oh.
Telling me to calm down. Jeez.
Yeah. I'll resolve all the checks, then people can start acting.
26. Jess got a
and-
22.
Okay, Jess, with your 22, Charlie knows there are several spells that can affect this, like same as what Gallus ran across. Like, it could be an illusion that created like a hologram of Linton. It could be somebody using a polymorph spell, like chain. Like, I'm getting my first and second editions muddled, but like disguise or change appearance, polymorph. What's the name of it? Alter self?
Yeah.
Yeah, or disguise.
that's
Like,
it.
yeah, any of those. There are magic items that have the same effects. Like, you put on a mask of somebody and it transforms you into them, that kind of thing. So there's options. Suriel 27, was that sense motive or was that just
Sense motive.
So you are not reading from either of them outwardly hostile intent.
Mm-hmm.
So you're left not you look more puzzled than anything else as to what's going on.
This is a odd happening, but I'm sure you
so-
have an explanation for it, is what Surreal
So-
will say.
Now, Gallus, you can.
Go ahead.
Gallus will look at the Lintons and go, doppelgangers?
They both, in perfect unison, just snort and go, they wish.
Out of character.
What did you say, they wish?
Yeah.
Glimped.
There's more of you?
Well, I think it would be easier, and only one of them is speaking now.
Thank you.
The one who came out second is speaking. Says, I think rather than explain, it would be easier to just show you. And he snaps his fingers and points to the first Linton and says, all right, show him, Legume. Remember that name?
Yeah.
No.
Legume. The first guy
Who's-
you ran into. His assistant, quote unquote.
Oh.
His
Yeah.
assistant.
Colin Firth,
The
his
French
assistant.
bastard.
Legume Dupree.
Oh,
Um,
right.
And at the command, the first Linton hesitates for a moment and then melts.
Oh god, it's an Orochimaru level
Ugh.
shit. No.
And yeah, his features and his considerable bulk seem to melt off, and what is left behind is
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Who?
Ah!
What?
Okay.
Uh,
I'm good. I got it out now. What the fuck is that? Can I roll?
so now occultism, please.
okay. I can't. Oh, well, that was not an occultism roll, so I was so sorry. Natural 20.
Nice.
Okay.
19.
What is up? Okay, yeah, all the good rolls are coming out today. Nice.
Hell yeah. So for different reasons, Gallus and Suriel are both able to recall what this creature is.
I don't like that.
Look at this slab
This-
of meat.
This is known as either a faceless stalker or an
Oh.
Ugathol. And Gallus, with your, what was your total?
Natural 20 for a 20 or 33.
Okay, so you know these are a subspecies of Algolthu, which are a whole like subfamily of alien horrors.
Yeah.
Huh.
The Ugathol, or faceless stalker, were created to infiltrate humanoid cultures.
Oh god.
And
Oh,
as
shit.
yeah, and their means of doing this is what you just saw. They can assume the form of a creature by studying it.
Huh.
They also, like vampires, they also survive by drinking the blood of humanoids.
And as soon as that happens, he goes, Ugothol. I was close.
Faceless
Yeah.
stalker.
Now everybody roll me.
Hate that.
Well, actually, not everybody. Gallus wasn't here for this, but Charlie and Suriel, roll me an intelligence.
Intelligente. I am.
Yeah,
I
I can do that.
am. That's a
Is
21.
this gonna be like Doctor Who and the Ood, where the Ood were like tainting his like coffee or tea or whatever, and then the dude turned into the Ood. Oh boy. I'm just hold on, intelligence.
Mhm.
That's a dirty 20. Because
The
I'm using my
20.
+4 modifier, right?
Yeah.
21.
So-
Okay, dirty 20.
So both of you suddenly remember the story that Pious Pete told you shortly after you arrived in town.
Yes.
That when Iomade
Oh,
was
fuck.
mortal, she had defended the city from faceless stalkers for a year and a day while serving as the mayor.
Yes.
Huh.
You probably just hear a sound that's probably akin to "oh" from both Surreal and Charlie, as they probably both realize it at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fucking Pious Pete.
Yeah. And Linton, hearing Gallus be familiar with his people, says, well, you know the normal nature of our folk. Now let me tell you why we are a little different.
Yes,
You
please.
see, normally, a pod of my kind, we come to a town, infiltrate, we assume the forms of influential people, and drive it to discord, cause infighting, suspicion, and we feed in the chaos, drink a town dry, and move on. But a while back, I figured out that we keep quiet, keep to one identity, be members of the community, we could live here comfortably forever. I've had to change my face a few times here and there, but we ain't been run out of town with torches or. It's been good. But, well, these newcomers, they're creating problems for us. It's harder to operate in the shadows, as it were. My people are getting hungry. And, well, we figured out not too long ago, after the funeral, that there was some opposition. Someone was fighting back. And, well, knowing that and knowing what I know about all my people, wasn't too hard to put two and two together and figure out it was you. But
Surreal just kind of smiles.
Is it that obvious?
Charlie nods.
Well, if you're wondering whether Linton's fingered you, he probably hasn't figured it out yet, but, well, I got 100 years of deceit and games of spycraft on him. I'm better at this than he is.
Ooh.
But it won't be much longer before it's obvious for even a straight shooter like him. And that's where my proposal comes in. See, most folk would see someone like us. They'd be drawing steel. One of us would die. But you, I think, we could treat with. And if you'd be willing to meet my... What's the word? I lost the word.
Benefactor.
No,
leader. Oh.
Requests?
If you'd be willing to meet a few stipulations from us, well, I think we could have a mutually beneficial relationship.
Well, that would come after a couple more questions, of course, given that if you're willing to answer.
Good.
How many of you are in Cantaria right now?
I will not say. The security of my folk is paramount. I'd sooner kill the lot of you than expose them.
I'm trying to
Okay.
think of how to ask for a less, I guess, a less specific rounded number would suffice. Even if you were
Like
to
a
say
percentage?
Yeah, percentage.
Suffice to say, we are many, and we are
We are
everywhere.
legion. We are legion.
Well, so what is this proposal?
Well, wait. I still have another question. Unless, yeah, go ahead. I think he actually did.
How so do you like did you tie Linton, like is he like in like the basement and you're just taking on his form? I'm curious if like you're just holding him hostage or something. Not that it's a bad thing, but like is that how you operate?
Linton Demir is a fabrication. There never was one. This face belonged to an Ustalavan merchant who died 50 years ago.
50 years ago. How integrated are you
Got
guys?
it. So
Well, each of us has an identity that we maintain. Friends, relations. We fully live those lives. Well, except for Legume there. He fills in for others from time to time.
Oh no, Legume. He's pulling double shifts.
Well,
How many times have we run into some of you? Other than, of course, Linton, quote unquote, and Legume.
I will not say.
What were you gonna say, Grapes? Or, I mean, other than the proposal, were you going to say anything else?
Well, well, I just want to know what the proposal is before I say anything else.
Okay.
My proposal is this. You keep our presence here a secret. From everyone. Even your masters. Even when House Thrune inevitably regains control of the city, we stay secret. Furthermore, I will not place any of my people in direct harm. They will not fight. They will not expose themselves. But what they will do, provide you with intelligence, maybe a diversion here and there. Secondly,
Like a little bit of a spy network. Ooh, that's exciting. I like it.
yes.
Exactly what we need.
Additionally, and so we can know that we can trust you. I need a sample of blood from each of you so you can get your scent. Get its taste. So we can find you again if we need to. Moreover, Legume here. Well, you tell him. Your accent's easier for the GM to do.
I really want to
You're doing
believe he
good.
says that in game.
That is so hard to do.
Like, it sounds good. It just might be, hard to
Yeah.
do. I understand.
It's just difficult anyway.
Mhm.
So Legume shifts from the melty face back to Colin Firth.
Thank you.
Yeah, he says, "Well, Madams and sir, I'm afraid my apprenticeship at the Healthy Heart Alchemicals was a bit of a fabrication on our part. I was really there just to get a sense for you. My work there at the shop was not of any skill, and that is easily replaced. My professional skill is in serving as a valet.
Of a what? Sorry.
A valet.
Okay. Thank you.
And the two of you who were raised with servants will know that the idea that most people have of what a butler does,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the cooking, cleaning, mending your clothes, that kind of stuff, is not actually what a butler does. Because a butler is the manager of your household staff.
Mm-hmm.
So like your Alfred Pennyworth, who is just the only one there, that is a valet.
Okay.
It is a personal attendant. And for Charlie's benefit, he goes on to explain, I act as a personal attendant. I will prepare meals, mend your clothing, see to your lodgings, and when necessary, and as he says it, his hand, just one hand, shifts back to the long claws that his native form has, and it says, keep your quarters free of pests. And then his hand snaps back and he clasps his hands behind his back. Very formal.
Do you have a lot of inns in Sonara?
Icky.
What was that, Jess?
I was being a smartass and being like, do you have a lot of like people in Sonara too? Because they're kind of hoity-toity up there. I'm sure they have valets.
It's valet,
Valet.
Madam Charlie.
Charlie. Valet with a hard T.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
As we speak
Valet.
common properly, not with an accent like those Varisian dogs.
Steriel opens, closes mouth.
I
Gallus
don't think I'm
nods.
Parisian.
What did you say, Jess?
I said, I don't think I'm Shalaxian. I don't know anymore. And I'm just going to kind of like invert my shoulders a little bit.
Oh, Charlie's like, I would get confused.
I don't know what's going on.
Shoot, I forgot my question.
Charlie is the
Sorry.
person who thinks butler is a personal attendant.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Linton, if we're not allowed to know who else a Ugathal is, what if we come into a situation where things are getting rough? I wouldn't want to confuse anyone else to be one of your group. Perhaps they could give a sign before anything happens.
My people all know who you are.
Makes sense.
All right.
They
but
will not fight you.
So, how much have you the word inundated came into my head. It's probably not the best word, but like how much are you integrated with like
I already
Uh,
asked. He said he will not tell.
even like the church? You won't tell
Just-
us like how deep you're in the church?
Mm.
I will not compromise the identity of any of my people. It's enough that you know I, a member of the ruling council, am one. And
Okay.
any information that any of our people wish to pass to you, well, Lagoon will always be close at hand.
And Lagoon will be the only one so far, other than you, obviously, we will be directly interacting with.
as far as you know.
This is
If
gonna
any
be
do
fun.
reveal themselves, well, their lives are forfeit. Do what you must.
Like they're not supposed to reveal themselves.
Correct.
It's how they stay safe. It's how they stay
Any
alive.
any who reveal themselves endanger the whole of us. So their lives are forfeit.
I have a
Treat them-
question. Oh, continue. Go ahead.
I was like, treat them as though you'd never met me.
I have a question.
Okay.
Solely unrelated, just for my own curiosity. So I've never run into. I've heard stories of, well, Ugothal or faceless stalkers. Do your kind worship any gods or devils?
We count Lamashtu, the mother of monsters, as our creator. And as such, pay fealty to her, but our loyalty is our own.
It's just for Suriel's
When
own
you
personal
say
curiosity.
you want to get a taste of blood, like how much is a taste? Because I lost a lot of blood recently.
Charlie, you're
You
fine
and I-
now.
I don't know if
You
I
and-
got more to lose.
You and I both know you're fully recovered from that.
Well, shit.
Remember, I am a physician. Being that it's often my dinner, I've gotten very good at knowing how much blood to take from somebody without them being adversely affected. And most of these folks still think bloodletting's good for them.
Oh, fuck. That's right. Sorry, this is just out of game. Yeah, gotta release those spirits, you know?
The bad
Wink.
humors, madam.
Yeah. She'll pause. Yeah. I'm not cultured, as you can tell.
There is one more stipulation to this agreement. If you do endanger my people in any way, Lagom here has orders to slit your throats in your sleep.
Uh-oh. Oni lost Discord.
Oh no.
You're
Are you
back.
there, Oni?
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Well then.
Well, we were warned against this eventuality of the internet dying.
Yeah.
Right.
Is there a storm in her neck of the woods? Is that why?
No, just internet in her building has been flaky the last couple of days.
Ew.
I'm a
Gotcha.
real bitch.
I have to write down my question after what you said, so I don't forget it. Because I don't want to like continue with RP without Oni, so I'm just gonna write down.
There we go. Hello, I'm back.
Hello.
Okay.
Oh, you're back. Yeah.
Hey, now you can ask your question, Jess.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Can you just repeat what you said the last stipulation?
If through action or revealed information you place my people at risk, the Goom here will slit your throats in your sleep.
That seems fair.
Oh, so if we tattle is what you're saying.
If you endanger them.
Okay.
As I said-
I thought you meant like.
Yeah. As I said, our survival is way more important to me than any loyalty or promise to you. And I hope you can understand that.
Of course, that is the most
Yeah,
understandable
that's
thing.
That is exactly what
That's
we're
fair.
doing anyway, so. Oh god, I have to remember.
It's
what
every
I
man
wanted
for
to do.
themselves. I understand.
And then Legume chimes in. If it's any consolation, madam, it will be quite painless.
Thanks, Legume.
That's
That to
no
be of
fun.
service, madam.
We have. I'm trying to remember what my other question was,
So,
and then my internet
We
crashed.
let them. Oh, go ahead.
No, you continue. I'm thinking.
Okay. So we let them get a taste. They'll give us intel at their discretion. If any of their people reveal themselves to us, they're good as dead. If we reveal them, we're good as dead. That sound about right?
Well put, madam. Quite succinct.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Will you have
Can
to
we get-
do this with everyone that works with us, or just us? Because that is an issue there. Obviously, we aren't the only
They said
ones.
we can't tell our people.
I mean, the
this.
blood
Like,
thing.
we can't tell our bosses this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about our bosses. I'm talking about like everyone back at the little us
Oh, about like
Any-
our blood pact.
like
you mean-
Jaina and Snivy and Mom.
Any who enters our confidence.
Got it.
That's gonna be. Serial's clearly thinking really hard because she has. How the fuck is Mom gonna? I mean, she probably will just agree to it to get the information. But I guess, James, could I roll an intelligence to feel out how Lady Magda might react to this? Because if anyone else, she's the only other person that should know other than us.
Nah, fuck her.
Uh,
She's not
if-
important.
If we're feeling it out, that is going to be a wisdom.
Wisdom? Oh boy.
How wise is Suriel?
You don't need to ask Mom to do things.
Oh no, I'm asking
will
Mom
this
how she
affect
feels
our-
about this thing that's going to happen. Go ahead, Jess.
Is us letting the skinwalkers, faceless stalker, not skinwalkers, that's something different.
Yeah.
The faceless stalkers, if us letting them drink us, will that affect our previous ties to House Thrune, Baron Vex, all those people? Is that
Well,
is that a
I
role
don't
I
think
should do?
That's a blood contract. That's a soul contract, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't
Well, he said that the purpose of the blood was so that they would have your scent
So that
and
they
be
can
able to
find
track
us.
you down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's if
Yeah.
you expose them and
Gotcha.
try to run, they can find you. Yeah, it's. Yeah, this isn't a magical contract. This is I have a piece of you that I can smell and follow your tracks.
Like for
So if you make it to Sonara, I can still find you and kill you in your sleep.
19, by the way, for wisdom.
Cool.
I trusted my fake dice.
You are pretty sure that she won't like not being in the know, but will understand the need for discretion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she is a cleric of a devil.
Mm-hmm. It's trying out to we out the yes.
Well, I'm all for this.
Can we get some high level healing potions out of this? deal?
Drinking water.
Like not just healing, lesser healing, piss. I want like heavy duty, like
Moderate.
CPR grade resuscitation motherfuck potion.
Well, the tight supply lines were not a fiction. I still am giving most of what I can make in a day to the reclamation troops. That said, my personal, you know how alchemists are able to make temporary items that last for the day.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing I might be able to share with you, but even then, the supplies are tight. I usually use those to replace the blood in people that I collect for food.
I see.
Okay.
Now, I need you to
Well-
decide right here, right now. Are you with me? Do you accept our terms? Or are you never seen again in town?
Paranoia. Want to do one more sense motive. This is just surreal. Unless
Okay.
you guys also don't care.
What was the result?
Oh,
Oh, her internet might be going out again.
Oh,
Oh.
god dang it. Hello?
hello.
Hello.
Oh, there
Oh,
you go.
there you are.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there. 25.
Okay, you get the sense that everything he has said has been completely sincere, up to and including the fact that if you don't take this deal, he's going to try his best to kill you right now.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He absolutely intends to kill you right here, right now, if you don't agree to his terms. That is how much he values the secrecy of his people.
So once we leave Cantaria, we're still under this agreement, correct?
Correct.
I'm all for it. I say we take their offer. It'd be nice to have a little crew of spies.
I think the intel is going to be helpful. I think. Oh, Oni's out again.
Oni. Well,
Oh,
I'm gonna wait a minute, but if she's not
quick
back,
pause.
I mean, we're at a good,
Yeah.
like pretty good stopping
it
point
is,
anyhow.
it is a pretty good spot, so.
Oh, yeah. This would be a good tune in next time. Will they accept?
Will they
the
accept
terms
the
and
offer?
conditions?
Oh, there we go.
Jesus. Suri will kind of look at the others. Just seeing what they're thinking.
I don't know. I think having the intel's a good idea.
I'm all
bet you-
for this.
I agree. Also, Jess, I just want you to know, I thought you said, I think Kevin, the intern, is a great idea.
I'll get closer to the mic.
I think having intel is a good idea.
Yes.
Having a fun network is always fun.
It has been something I've been looking for in this town as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All in favor, say aye.
Yes, let's do it.
I-
We'll take
I
it.
Gallus not going
We'll
with
take-
the I
we'll
at
take
all.
it.
Deal! Deal or no deal? Gallus, yes.
Gallus will extend his hand out.
Linton like rubs his hands together. He's like, "Wonderful. Now let's get that blood."
I like how that.
So like,
that
And-
it's just him. He just
what do we
red-handed.
what do we taste
And
like?
that's where we're out.
I want to know what we taste
Nice.
like, though.
Rubbing hands together.
Let's get that blood.
I imagine Linton putting on an apron that says "Kiss the Cook."
Yeah.
That was my bit last session.
He stole the
was it?
apron. He took your. You
That's-
left your
oh my
apron.
God. I
But-
forgot all about that.
He took your apron because you left it.
Oh, that bitch.
He's wearing
There
his
we go.
apron says "Suck all you want, I'll make more."
Yes.
I love it.
Well, now I
But
do want to know
in
what
his
we taste
case-
like.
In his case, it is referring to blood because
Yes.
that's
What?
like that's
Do we taste like our last dinner? Like
Oh, the last
like
thing.
beef stew with sourdough.
I've got a week to think about it.
I can give. I can. Well, I can most certainly say we all taste very probably magical.
Probably pretty magic.
Magical. Can
Well,
they taste colors?
Jerk.
Magic.
Magic.
Can they change different like faces? So like if they wanted to look like their next door neighbor just to get along, like to like get jiggy with like the neighbor's wife, could they do that?
Getting jiggy with it. No,
Wow,
no,
I'm
no,
from
no,
the
no, no.
90s. Get jiggy with.
So
Yeah.
they are more of a copy one person's appearance kind of shapeshifter,
Okay.
and it
Okay.
takes 10 minutes to gain a shape that they can turn into.
So it's not impossible, but they basically stick to
It would take
one.
a lot of time, probably.
Gotcha. Just curious.
Well,
Another thing to research.
to be yeah, it takes them 10 minutes to learn a form, but they can revert to their base form as a free action.
I guess the real question is how long does it take for them to learn to then be able to shift into a new form?
Like, could you
It
turn into
takes 10
Jana?
minutes to learn a form.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
If you go to the
oh.
space drop and turn into Jana, and you know, like,
He said they aren't gonna do that. No, bad.
Oh, if you wanted one of them to replace Jana, you could do that.
Oh yeah, we could totally do that. It would take probably a lot, but
Or it would
Liz-
take very little.
Well,
Unless
I mean, it would
she's
take
already
many
one.
options.
it would take 10 minutes of uninterrupted access to her body.
yeah.
So she would have to either be willing or dead.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's
Where's Greg?
it's a lot of planning. Yeah, where's Greg?
Doing stuff.
Oh yeah.
Doing Greg things.
Yeah, Greg is doing Greg stuff.
He's trying not to get
Where's
caught by the
Scruff McGruff?
policia right now, okay?
Yeah, he's trying to
Oh!
avoid
by
the detective.
by the doggo police.
Man, I remember the last question I wanted to ask, and it was if they had noticed anyone else watching us. But of course, my internet just had to cut out twice.
Well, and that has been Pathenders Pod for tonight, everyone. Thank you all for joining.
Hey.
Hey.
Let us do the thing.
Yeah, thanks
you-
to everybody who is here. It's nice to see you guys.
It is. We
It's-
actually
yeah.
there's people here.
There's people
Yeah,
here.
We had a
I'm
good
I'm
crowd.
excited. Yeah.
Say hi
Well,
in the comments.
while
y'all.
Oni looks for someone to raid, let's do the thing with Jess. Jess, where can we find you with your new mic?
Hey, I'm Jess. You can find me on Twitter, topaz_romance. and Blue Sky, Topaz Romance, but no underscore in that username. And that's about it for now. On to Oni.
Nope,
Oh,
I'm last.
Oni's next. James.
No, why can't the next person pass it on? Then it'd be cool.
Because
and
Oni
all.
needs to be the one that tells
kidding.
the raid. James.
Oh, okay.
So I can be found on Twitter and the Blue Sky at the Ramble Rouser. I am also the person behind the Pathenders Pod Twitter. I shit post on there, and if you talk to me, I will respond probably because that's what it's for.
Talking to other people.
Send
Crazy.
memes and say like Gallus be like or Charlie be like.
Yes, we want memes. We want
us
we like funnies.
All the memes.
Indeed.
I
shit post at us.
I am Grapes. You can find
Hell
me
yeah.
at Twitter at I_am Grapes. You can find me at Twitch. I am Grapes. You can other things. I'm Grapes.
I think he's grapes, guys.
I'm Grapes. When you're Grapes,
Do you think he likes grapes?
you like grapes.
Be ironic. It would be ironic if you were allergic to
Oni,
grapes.
who are you and what are we rating?
I don't know who I am, but you can find me at most places under the name Flustered Bun, including the Blue Sky, and also VGen, which is a website where you can commission me for a plethora of things, not limited to a VTuber model if you're getting into that. Not
Wow.
rigged, but just the stuff to get it rigged. Literally anywhere at this point. We're gonna be raiding my friends once again. The Burnout Vaughan. They are also playing the D&Ds. They doing one of their shorter campaigns. They're on episode 3 right now. Yes, it's a Ravnica mini-series.
Wow.
Y'all have fun over there.
That's the Magic the Gathering.
Yeah,
I
the
was gonna
Gathering
say
of
that-
Magics.
I played that edition
Yeah.
of Magic. It was fun.
They're
All the multicolor stuff.
Yeah, the multicolor stuff. That was a cool thing.
Manipulology for life.
I think the raid message today shall be we are many, we are legion. I feel like that's
We are many, we are
accurate.
legion. Go to Burnout Vaughn. We are many, we are legion.
Follow him, please. He's
Also-
he good. He
Also,
make
Vaughn,
many things.
you're stinky. Go tell him. Okay, bye.
Wow. Okay.
Bye bye. Da 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 da.